Joe Zikas from YoChicago, and I'm here with Wanda Ramirez. And Wanda is the Executive Director of Rebuilding Together Chicago.
Metro Chicago.
Metro Chicago. And it would be great if you could tell us a little bit about Rebuilding Together.
Sure. Rebuilding Together is a national organization that helps to repair homes that belong to low-income homeowners, particularly disabled and elderly and young families with children. Rebuilding Together Metro Chicago is an affiliate of Rebuilding Together. We're one of over 250 chapters across the country that are all doing the same thing. We work with lots of volunteers to help repair homes that belong to these homeowners. A lot of corporations get involved, service clubs, churches, youth groups, etc. Skilled labor unions are involved as well. So it's a big collaboration between all of these parties, and we participate in National Rebuilding Day, which is always the last Saturday in April, and that's the day that we dedicate to do all of the work in the houses that have been selected with all of these volunteers.
And you focus on specific communities?
Yes, we focus on mainly low-income communities in Chicago, on the west and south sides, and then we also work in south suburban Cook County. So each year we pick a different neighborhood in which to work. This year we'll be working in the Englewood neighborhood in the city of Chicago, and then in south suburban Cook County we'll be working in the city of Markham.
If somebody wanted to participate, what do you recommend they do?
If someone wants to volunteer, they can call us at the office, at the Rebuilding Together office, at 312-201-1188. They could also email us or find us on our website, which is www.rebuildingtogether-chi.com.
And if people just want to contribute money, can they do that?
Definitely, yes. We're open to any donations that we can use toward the houses and the materials that go into the work that we do.
Companies that want to make a larger commitment can sign up to sponsor a house for next year?
Yes, definitely. Companies that want to participate as a house sponsor can start signing up now. Obviously, we're getting close to National Rebuilding Day 2007, but April 2008 we'll be starting the planning. It's a year-round planning event for that particular day. So we encourage anyone who's interested to give us a call.
Have you selected communities, neighborhoods for next year, or is that still open?
That is still open. The selection of the neighborhood occurs in the summer, so we'll get through this event and then we'll regroup with the board and then determine where we'll be. Most of the time, what we'd like to do is try to stay in a particular neighborhood for at least 2 to 3 years and try to make a bigger impact that way. So if, right now we're in Englewood, most likely we'll probably stay and move west or move south and try to include as many homeowners that we can that weren't included this year. So we try to make a bigger impact and try to stay in the neighborhood that way.
If I wanted to be a sponsor company, what kind of financial commitment and other commitment would I be looking at? How much money? How much time?
For a house sponsor, a house sponsorship fee is $4,000, and that basically covers all of the material expenses that will go into the house, all of the volunteer and logistical expenses for the event day. A house sponsor typically will kind of dedicate a house captain, which is basically the team leader for that group that's going to be volunteering at their house and basically acts as the liaison between the homeowner that's been selected and Rebuilding Together staff. So it's a commitment for the house captain that gets involved, and the house sponsor can dedicate all of the volunteers that they want to be participating on the house on the event day.
You must have some pretty happy homeowners at the end of this process, right?
Oh yes, very happy homeowners. I mean, this is work that's, our motto is warm, safe, and dry. So a lot of the work that we dedicate to doing is work that's going to keep the homeowner warm. There's a lot of plumbing that gets done warm, safe, and dry. There's a lot of carpentry, there's a lot of painting, there's a lot of electrical work that gets done in these houses, and a lot of these homeowners are on fixed income, especially the elderly and the disabled. So they're not able to put any resources into repairing their houses, and our goal is really to keep them in their homes that they've lived in for the last 30 or 40 years. We don't want them to have to move because of unsafe conditions, so we want to be able to do that for them. So our homeowners are pretty happy at the end of the day.
Okay. Wanda, thank you for taking the time. Can you give us that phone number just one more time if somebody wants to call?
Sure. If someone wants to call, our number is 312-201-1188.